What is up, beautiful people? What is up and what it do? Let me give y'all a moment to get in here and join your girl. Let me get some water. We got business to handle today. What is up, beautiful people? Y'all need to get on in here. We got some business to handle today as I'm waiting for y'all to join me here. Say what's up to Simon. That's Simon. He got a trim the other day. I wasn't too happy about it, but I guess it works for him. Peace, Mook. You are definitely going to be a part of my conversation today, sis. I don't know. I don't like that. You need to be getting these notifications. Share the video. Let me share. Live now. Y'all, because it's about to go down. It's about to go down. What is up, Kevin? What is up, Nate? I'm so glad to be here right now, y'all. We gotta talk. Hey, come on now, sis. You know, Spirit be letting you know. They be playing with these algorithms because they know when somebody about to bring the realness, some heat, some importance. Make sure y'all like the video, share the video. So the title for this video today is "To be forewarned is to be prepared." Let me say that again for y'all so y'all can really get it. To be forewarned is to be prepared. I don't know how Spirit dropped that on my head today, but that's what it is. And so when we know that something is about to happen, when we can energetically feel this transformation about to take place, now we can be prepared for it. Now we can start releasing resistance right now so that we can embrace all that Spirit has in store for us. Okay? So to be forewarned is to actually be prepared. All right? So I'm here right now for us to talk about taking action, disciplining ourselves, focusing on the goals that we have, and really understanding our own energy. Understanding that when disruptions happen, when chaos happens, when things like that happen, understand that it's all a part of the transformation. And you have to be in a place of least resistance in order for you to embrace that, in order for you to actually see what Spirit is actually communicating to you. All right? In order for you to experience the growth that Spirit has in store for you. Right? So how did all of this come to mind for me, right? So I did some work with the sister, the Spirit doula, with Mel. I did some work with Mel the other day. And before we got started, we were just having a general conversation, sister to sister girl talk. And we were talking about the energy that is present right now and all of everything that we're witnessing, right? Everything that we're witnessing, we were talking about it. And she was like, oh, sis, it's about to get even more crazy, right? Because what we have going on right now that we're going to talk about is that Saturn and Jupiter conjunction, all right? And I love the way Mel put it to me. She said, Saturn and Jupiter are like two siblings who can't stand each other, right? And then as I started doing more research on it, Saturn and Jupiter is also like two authoritative energies, but the way that they run things is different, right? Like Jupiter is more expansive, more free flowing, more on like a freedom type base, right? Saturn is more disciplinarian. It's more limiting. It's more boundary set, time frames, and things of that nature. Doing things within a certain amount of time frame. And absolutely, yes, Mars too. So we're talking about a whole bunch of energy that we are experiencing now, and that is going to continue to expand and grow and become closer to us, more impactful for us as the months go on, right? As Bobby Hemmett always says, those those Jason months, we're in the thick of that right now, right? And we still have a lot of time left for chaos to ensue, okay? But while Mel and I were talking, Spirit had just channeled to me, hey, we don't have nothing to worry about. If we've been doing this work, right? If we've been putting in the work, if we've been disciplining ourselves, the fortune, the prosperity, the luck, the health, the well-being that Jupiter has going on is going to be bestowed upon us, okay? So again, we got the planet Saturn. Saturn, again, is about boundaries, time frames, disciplining yourself, okay? Jupiter is about luck. It's about health. It's about wealth, all right? So how it's going to work is that if you are being disciplined, right? If you are creating your rituals and you're sticking to time frames and you're sticking to your specific goals, right? That Jupiter energy is going to shower you with everything that you want, everything that you need, everything that you desire, right? Because typically Jupiter and Saturn, they're butting heads. But right now, they're moving together at the same time and at the same page. So what that says to me is exactly what I just told you. All right? So we got this Saturn and Jupiter conjunction, all right, along with the winter solstice. That's going to be happening December 21st, right? And even Dream told you on that, Dream even told us on that Sunday service with Black Dot that we're really in 2012 right now. Like, according to the Ethiopian calendar, we're in 2012 right now. So a lot of the chaos that we were expecting to experience and everything that they were talking about at that time is actually taking place right now. We see it all around us. Death happening regularly, right? Weather and bombs and explosions and things like that. Like, all of this chaos is taking place. But why we are so fortunate to be on the path that we're on is because we not really new to this. We true to this. Even if you are new to spirituality, you have an old soul. Your soul has been yearning for this wisdom, for this knowledge, right? And so we already know what we have to do. So again, we know Saturn, that's discipline, that's focus, that's limits, that's boundaries, right? That's that mothering energy. So that also plays a part in everything that Mook and I have been talking about when we're talking about the divine feminine. Saturn is symbolic of that divine feminine energy. That's the mother. She's offering us that tough love, okay? Peace to everybody that's coming in. Peace to all y'all. Appreciate all of y'all. The long way. All right? That Saturn energy, that's your mother on your ass. That's your mother like, I need that house clean by 5 o'clock. Or else. That's that energy. I need that homework done by 7 o'clock. Or else. That's that energy that Saturn is giving us, right? But it is up to you. There's no external force. There's nobody outside of you that's going to say, hey, focus, get this work done. You've been wanting to start this business. This is the time frame that you have in order to get it done. Nope, your mama not calling you, telling you to do that no more. But that Saturn energy is present and is here to assist you in sticking to the time frames and sticking to the limits and sticking to the boundaries that you have set. Okay? That Saturn energy is also like any boundaries that you've had on your own mind. It's time for you to release them. Right? Anything that is stopping you from walking in your purpose and in your power, right now it's time for you to cut those limitations off. Because limitations dwell in the mind. Okay? Limitations dwell in your mind. And it's time to cut those things off and open up and expand. Hey, and this 13 energy is, oh shit, that 4 energy, I'm saying that right now because it says 31 people are in here with 13 likes. So 3113, that mirroring effect, 4 and 4. Foundation, 2020. Okay? So right now, the beautiful thing about us on this path is that we've already been laying the foundation. We've already been tapping into our power. Okay? But there's such great abundance, prosperity in all forms, be it love, be it creativity, physical wealth. All of that is available to us when we discipline ourselves, and we stick to it. Okay? Saturn is also represented in the World card, meaning the world is yours. The world is your oyster, right? Anything that you want, you can have, but you have to be disciplined enough and go out and get it, right? And that takes place by the way that you think. Are you thinking from the highest vibration? Are you thinking that you actually deserve any and everything that you desire, right? Are your words disciplined? Are you speaking life over yourself, or are you speaking death? Right? Are you disciplined in how you communicate with yourself? Are you disciplined in how you communicate with others? Right? Because we know life and death lies in the power of your tongue. This Saturn energy is like, you can have the world. You can have the world if you do this work. If you discipline yourself, right? Also have to talk about the Devil card in the tarot, right? Because that Saturn energy it corresponds to Capricorn. Capricorn is the Devil card. So, are you going to discipline yourself to operate and work in your power and in your purpose and in your passion, or are you going to be a slave? See, that's the polarity of the Devil card. The Devil card is like, I'm going to like Mook said the other day in her video, are you going to take inspired action, intuitive action, and move towards your purpose, your passion, your power, your divinity? And are you going to keep operating from that space, from that place? Or are you going to be a slave to your fear? Because we see the Devil card, he has these two people, chained up. They slaves. Which one are you? Hey, it just is what it is. Are you going to stick to dull routines who are not lending you success? Some of y'all are continuously doing the same thing day in and day out, and you're not seeing the success that you want. Why? Because the action that you're taking is not inspired, right? The things that you want to manifest, that Jupiter energy, that expansion that you want to experience, you're not taking real action towards that thing. You're not disciplining yourself to manifest those things. So what this energy right now is also talking about is releasing the distractions, releasing the fear, okay? Staying on Instagram, watching TV, only watching YouTube videos and not actually taking action, that stuff is going to keep you in the same place. What are you doing? I love being outside, but I do not like when bugs start crawling on me. I have a hard time with that. I need to figure it out. Okay? This Jupiter energy is all about expansion. What? It's spiritual because my 2020 word, my word for 2020 was expansion, is expansion. On the vision board that I created, I put expansion big at the top. Like everything that I do in 2020 is for my expansion. Okay? So this Jupiter energy wants us to expand, wants us to grow, wants us to evolve, wants us to touch and tap into deeper things, more things, greater aspects of ourselves. But if we don't tap into the Saturn energy of discipline and of focus and of setting boundaries with yourself, okay, then you're not going to experience that expansion, right? So what are some ways that we've been practicing within our household this discipline, this Saturn energy? Hell, Dream and I are on a fast right now. It was spiritual because 2 nights ago I was thinking, like, my spirit, before I was going to bed, my spirit was just like, you should fast. You should fast. I was just thinking about fasting. The next day, Dream and I in the car, and he was like, yeah, babe, I'm going to fast today. I said, whatever that means, praise God, hands coming through, hands up, praise, because I was thinking about fasting too. So now we both fasting, right? So now we both fasting and putting that work. So now the power, the focus, and the clarity of where we are going within our home, right? Within our relationship, within our businesses, is taken to a whole nother level. So one way that you can tap into that discipline is by fasting. Okay? You gotta just do it. And I was listening to a video yesterday on fasting by this Indian guy, and he was like, if anything, one reason why you need to fast is if this world does go to an end, if this world does go to shit, if the grocery stores end up closing and all of this chaos actually ensues, if that actually happens, if you've never fasted before, you're gonna go crazy. If you've never fasted before, you don't know how to control your mind, when your stomach is empty. And on a deeper level, when you don't have any food in your stomach, you're able to think clear. Everything that you do is done better. And that is scientifically proven. When your body is not metabolizing food, it is scientifically proven that you are able to complete tasks even better. That's Saturn energy. Saturn energy is about cutting out the bullshit, staying focused, putting in the work, okay? Because some of us are half-assing our work. We're half-assing our businesses. We're half-assing the things that we actually want to manifest. Why? Because our thoughts are so cloudy, okay? Because we haven't taken time to release certain aspects from ourselves. All right? So one thing that Dream and I are doing right now is fasting. All right? We intermittent fast on a regular basis. So tapping into a regular fast is just, it's a way of life. It's a practice. Fasting is supposed to be a practice. Monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly. I don't care how often you do it, but you need to do it. Period. If you are on this spiritual path, you need to tap into fasting, right? If you have medical issues that disable you from being able to fast for an extended amount of time, hell, do a one-day fast. I guarantee you are not going to die from a one-day fast. You're just not. Your body has specific programs, right? Your body has specific processes that knows exactly. My bad, y'all. Now y'all know. Am I back? Y'all let me know if I'm back. I should be back now. Am I back, y'all? Awesome. Girl, first of all, I'm sitting in the shade. So why is my phone like shutting down saying that it's overheated? I'm under a tree. My phone is not out in the sun. But anyways, we good. Damn, they made me kind of forget where I was at. What was I talking about, y'all? See, that's how you know when you be tapped in, you don't even be, it's no thought, you just going. Fasting, right? So yeah, family, you gotta fast. You have to purge. You have to release. You gotta empty that stomach so that your brain can focus on something else other than processing food. Okay? So fasting is key. It's one way that you can actually tap in right now, right? It's one way that you can actually tap in. Man, a one-day fast will rock your world and reset you and have you on track for all the things that you want to manifest. You got to fast, right? Next to fasting, we talk about this all the time, family, and I hope that you're actually doing it. But, oh yeah, babe, I'm glad you said that because I wanted to bring up water. Water. Whether you are fasting or not, water. Why? It's so important that we are drinking a lot of water right now. One, because we know water flushes out toxins, right? you have to know that everything is multidimensional, right? Physical, mental, spiritual, regardless. Okay? And so when we drink water, physically my body is flushing out toxins, but spiritually I'm flushing out toxic thoughts. I'm flushing out toxic people. I'm flushing out toxic emotions. Okay? So water, water, water. And water is directly going to heal the sacral chakra specifically because the sacral chakra is a water element, right? And in this space and time right now, you need to be flowing like water. Go get my sacral chakra oil. All right, it's flow like water, as chaos as ensuing, right? You know, we got this election stuff going on. We got all of this crazy music and stuff happening. We got coronavirus still out here. It's chaos, and you need to be able to flow. Okay, you need to be able to adapt. You need to be able to transform. You need to be able to shape shift. Okay. You need to be able to shape shift. You need to be able to be in this space and the next space and still be within your power. Okay? Staying hydrated allows you to do that. Why? Because water is one thing. Water takes the shape of whatever it's in. If I have a water in a cup, it's going to take the shape of the cup. If I have a water in an ice cube tray, it's going to take the shape of that ice cube tray. If I have a water in a bowl, it's going to take the shape of a bowl. Water, it shape shifts, okay? And we need to be able to shape shift on so many levels. You got to be able to get in where you fit in, okay? To do what you need to do. So we got to fast. We got to be like water. Ah, yes. Flow like water. And of course, like Moose said, you can speak to it and mold your water. That's for sure. Whenever you're trying to get that water down, let's say you're trying to drink a gallon of water. That's challenging. It's not an easy task if you don't practice it. But one way to be able to do it is give yourself a number. Say, I'm going to do 13 gulps of water. 13. I'm the 13. I'm the middle point. So now you're giving your water a whole new meaning. Or let's say, I'm going to call out all the goddesses, all the deities, all the ancestors that I resonate with while I'm drinking this water. So now you're drinking Lakshmi, Ganesha, Oshun, Krishna, fortifying yourself with that water. Okay? So that's great. That's great. I'm glad y'all brought up water because that's definitely a part of our life right now because we're fasting on just water. Yesterday, we didn't have anything but water, and same thing for today and for however long we decide to do it, right? Something else that I want the family to really know right now is that each of you has gifts, your power, what you came here with, what you came here to expound upon. All of us have it, right? All of us have it. And it's so important in this space and time right now to thrive off of that, okay? To really understand your power and to be unwavering in your power, right? To be unwavering in doing you. Right now, it's time to do you. And if anything is blocking you from doing you, you got to cut that energy off. That's why that Saturn energy is about limitations and boundaries as well. If anybody is crossing the boundaries that you've set for yourself, the boundaries that you have set in place so that you remain in your power, then you need that Saturn mothering, disciplinarian, authoritative energy to step in and cut off anything that is taking you outside of your power. Okay? I told y'all this a couple of weeks ago. My nose was feeling all funny and all of that stuff like that. But I wasn't going to give my power up and started thinking that I had coronavirus. I said I know where my power lies. My power lies in my affirmations. My power lies in my visualization. My power lies in my sexual alchemy with dream. My power lies in knowing exactly what herbs to take to make sure that my body comes back to 100%. That's power. Okay? So you have to know at this point in time where your power lies. You have to know where your power lies. All of us have different strengths. All of us have different things that make us who we divinely are, right? You're not trying to aim to be these gods and goddesses. Look at my people right here. Y'all see them? Right? Y'all seen Lakshmi right there? I'm not aiming to be Lakshmi. I was born with that Lakshmi energy. Do we understand? I was born with the Lakshmi energy. You were born with, like Mook. We all know Mook got that Sekhmet energy easily. We can just see it. So Mook would stay in her power of passion, right? In that fiery energy, right? In that don't fuck with me energy. Okay? Do we understand what I'm talking about? Right now, it's time for you to know your power. So that way, when different chaotic things come up, yes, come on with that Kali Ma energy. Boom, that's it. That way, when these different situations come up, you know exactly what to tap into to make sure that you always come out on top. That was good. Did y'all hear that? Dream just hit the singing bowl. That was good. And it vibrated out for a while. Did y'all hear that? He just powered us all up. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. That was dope, babe. So yeah, so that you done got me. Now I'm trying to like refocus. Focus. Okay, y'all. We're talking about focus, okay? But when you understand and recognize that power that you incarnated into this realm with, you know exactly what you need to tap into to make sure that you remain in the highest vibration, right? Because when you know you, right? When you are in your power and you are confident, see, that's a whole nother thing, family. You got to be confident, okay? Let me tell you how I know this. I had a dream last night, y'all. This was a weird ass dream. But Mook, you was in my dream last night. But the first part of my dream, y'all, I was riding on a unicorn with Beyonce and Rihanna. I was riding on a unicorn with Beyonce and Rihanna. Okay? Yes, Mook. You know, I be having multiple dreams and I remember them all. Mook, me and you was in the kitchen cooking together. So you know that's creative energy. That's nurturing energy in my dream, Mook. We was up in there whipping up some food. In my dream, Mook. So we creating something together. Astrally, we already know that. You know, we already know we cooking it up, we healing it up. Exactly, because food is healing. When we cook, when we nurture, when we do healing kitchen, right? Shout out to Queen of Food, whose birthday was yesterday, right? But in my dream, I was riding on a unicorn, a white unicorn, with Beyonce and Rihanna. And I'm fasting, y'all. So your fasting dreams be on a whole nother level. Your spirit really be letting you know, like, stop playing with yourself. You're a unicorn. You're divine, you know? And so the other part of my dream, how many of y'all seen that girl on Instagram, young BBQ? Please let me know some of y'all know her. She be doing all the dances and stuff like that and splitting and hopping up. How many of y'all have seen her on Instagram? Please tell me some of y'all have seen her on Instagram. How many of y'all have seen on Instagram young BBQ? She's like she's a dancer. Oh my God, yes, Mook. Y'all, if y'all have not seen this girl, listen, I'm not trying to distract y'all, but she's hilarious. I mean, Dream doesn't think it's so funny, but I think it's funny. Yes, young, beautiful black queen. That's her, right? But her name on there is just YBBQ, okay? And she was in the dream last night. And so me, Rihanna, and Beyonce are on a unicorn. And she is like second guessing herself. She's second guessing if she wants to hop on this unicorn and ride with us. And we were just like, come on, you got this. Be confident. You got this. Come on, get on. And she ended up doing a little move and ended up getting on the unicorn with us. And we ended up flying off. Now, of course, all of these energies are me, of course. But the biggest thing that I took away from that dream is having confidence in you. Having confidence in your ability to stick the course. Having confidence in your power, right? Knowing that your power, your magic, it works, right? It works every time if you are confident and you know, mind, body, and spirit, that the work that you do is causing you to expand. It's causing you to grow. It's causing you to become who you already divinely are. Right? So I just had to tell y'all that right now, because to be forewarned is to be prepared. I'm warning you right now that the world around us is going to continue to get chaotic. It's going to continue to get crazy. The propaganda will continue to be expressed. Your family members will continue to not understand what this really is. Okay? The chaos is not stopping, right? This 2012. The chaos is not going to stop. So, excuse me. Okay, Spirit. So I'm telling you right now that the chaos is going to continue. The disruption is going to continue. The conflict is going to continue. It may be internal conflict, you having to release certain things, and the world around you in conflict, in chaos, right? So you're being warned right now. Yes? You're being warned right now. Why? So that you can continue preparing, right? See, a lot of us were already mentally and spiritually prepared for something like a coronavirus. Coronavirus didn't touch us, period. It was a great time, you know? And for those who it did touch, I don't know, you know? But what I'm telling my family right now, like Mook said, you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right? You got to stay ready in mind, body, and spirit. You got to stay tapped in, tuned in, turned on to yourself, so that when things do come up, you know exactly what you do to maintain your power. Shout out to Beyonce and Black is King, because they got a song on there called My Power, right? And the song basically says, they never take my power. Basically saying you can never take my power. You can never take my power is Beyonce's song. Y'all go listen to that. I'm going to listen to that when I get off of here and walk around this house like this, folding clothes and doing all of that stuff. Because I will never let any external entities, energies, or anything like that is manifesting, because we can see it. Okay? Take my power, take my understanding, take my truth of me being a divine being. Okay? And if you're not prepared, all of the stuff, all of the chaos that's taking place will take your power. Come on. All of that stuff will take your power. And then we know what happens when your power is taken. When your power is taken, you got to rely on external energies, right? To protect you, to power you up, to put you in this or that space. Okay? We're not letting this chaos take our power. Okay? So how do we do that? What we do is, boom, we stay disciplined. We fast on a regular basis. Why? Again, if the world goes to shit and food is canceled, at least you know you can survive for 30 days. I ain't never did a 30-day fast. Dream has done a 40-day fast. He's a whole nother beast. I ain't did that. I know for a fact that I can survive for a week, 10 days without food and be good. Yes, practice makes progress. I love that, Mook. So if you've never fasted before at all, do a 1-day fast. After you complete a 1-day fast, do a 3-day fast. After you do 3 days, do 5 days. After you do 5 days, do 7 days. After 7 days, do 10 days. And then you just keep on preparing. You just keep on growing. You just keep on making progress. And as you continue to make that progress, you actually continue to have more and more breakthroughs, more and more understandings. You get to really get in depth with some of your own limiting beliefs. Okay? So we got to be prepared. You got to know where your magic lies. I know, some of y'all are master herbalists and you don't even know it yet. Some of y'all really can throw down in the kitchen and create a meal that heals. Okay? Some of y'all are like me and you can communicate and speak healing into someone's life and they feel it, they resonate with it, and their lives will never be the same after you talk to them. Okay? Do you understand? We all have our own magic, our own divinity, our own power. All right? And right now, you have to really work that magic, okay? You got to work that magic. You got to tap into that magic. You got to try new stuff within that magic so that when things present themselves, it's like, oh, this ain't shit. You thought this experience was going to give me fear? You thought this experience was going to send me back to my old ways of thinking, my old ways of being? You thought this experience was going to turn me back from all the wisdom, all the knowledge that I've attained? All the wisdom, all that I've come to know right now. You thought this external experience was going to take me back to that space? Nope. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Because I know who I am and I've been operating in my magic. I've been operating in my power. But like Cosmic Woman said, that's why you have to be disciplined. Right? You can't just turn to meditation when shit start looking crazy. You can't just turn to visualization when things start happening. You can't just turn to affirmations when chaos starts ensuing. This has to be a regular practice, right? This has to be a part of your life. This has to be a part of you, okay? And what you are doing is priming your mind. You're priming your body. You're priming your spirit. You're priming your soul, right? Because at the soul level, the soul already... I saw a girl post this earlier today, and it was beautiful. She said, your conscious mind may not know thyself, but thyself knows you. I thought that was so dope. At the soul, your soul already knows you. Your higher self already knows you. Your higher self already knows all the gifts, all the talents, all the skills, all the power, all the magic that you have. You may not know those things though. So the way that you get to know those things is by meditating, is by fasting, is by visualizing, is by being in communication with yourself. Okay? And you do this day in and day out. You do this day in and day out, right? And I'm not sitting up here acting like I meditate absolutely every single day. But I know every day I commune with myself. Every day I take a moment to ask myself, okay, what's going on? I'm always assessing myself. I'm always challenging myself. I'm always like, okay, I'm having this thought, I'm having this feeling, and it doesn't align with where I got to go. So I got to let go of that. I got to move on from that, right? And I'm actually doing what I need to do to be able to do that. That's power, family. That's that Saturn energy. Okay, you know what? It's no longer serving you. It's time to cut it off. It's time for you to now set boundaries within yourself. Okay, this is my boundary. I don't have to care about what people think, right? My boundary, my truth, my fact is I'm always going to speak my truth and stay true to myself, regardless of who likes it or not. That's a boundary that I've set with myself, okay? And so each of us have different things that we have to do. I love what somebody said, faith without work is dead. And that's so true. I had to communicate that to my family yesterday. I was on this is what I was trying to tell you yesterday, but, you know, conversation went another direction. But my mom called me, y'all. Let me tell you how this works. My mom called me at the beginning of the week, and she was like, I want you to come on and speak to the family. My mama don't really know what I do. She knows that I'm not into church and Jesus and things like that. But she was like, I want you to come on and speak to the family. We're going to do a prayer line. I want you to come on and speak to the family about your whole divine. That's what she said. You know, I guess she knows that I go by Divine Relationship Alchemy. So she said, I want you to just come on and say your whole divine. That's what my mama said, y'all. She said that on Monday. Yesterday was the day. And do y'all know I communicated to my family everything that I would communicate to y'all on how to heal. Everything, right? But I met them where they were at. I met them where they were at. I shape-shifted, right? I shape-shifted, met them where they were at, and everybody on the phone was crying, all my family. They were like, you younger than all of us, and you just spoke a word. You was just anointed. You was just all of those things like that, okay? So in this space and time, family, we got to shape-shift. We got to shape shift. We got to be malleable, right? So another thing that you can be disciplining yourself to do is to move your body. Stop being sedentary. Go to the gym. Go for walks. Do some yoga. All of that stuff comes in handy on the physical plane and on the spiritual plane as well. And definitely on the mental plane. Because on the mental plane, you be like, I don't feel like doing this. I don't know if I can do this last push-up. I don't know if I can do this last squat. But you boss up and you tell yourself, I'm going to do it. And then once you do it, you be like, oh, I'm stronger than I think. I'm smarter than I think. I'm stronger than I feel. I'm wiser than I know. Okay? And yes, Star Fantasy, I live by that. Flexible in mind, flexible in body, flexible in soul. So when you do yoga, you're literally unlocking and unblocking different energies within your body and within your mind because we are multidimensional beings. All right? We're multi-dimensional beings. When you decide that you're going to start running, say you want to start running a mile or so. We all know what it is to get to that point to where you feel like you cannot go, to where you feel like, okay, I got to walk. But your mental power outweighs what you feel physically, and you tell yourself, keep going. You're going to get through this. Boom. Next thing you know, you done broke through a wall. Next thing you know, you done broke through a wall and you've reached a greater level of understanding of what your physical body can do. Okay? That's what we're talking about. We got to move our bodies. Again, just in case, right? Just in case the world goes to shit and chaos and things started. Like, y'all seen that video of the bombs that took place somewhere in Beirut, something like that. If something like that is taking place, you better know how to run and how to run for a long amount of time. All right? To be forewarned is to be prepared. And I'm telling you right now, we don't know what's going to come down the pipeline for these next couple of months going into 2021. We don't know. But we for damn sure better be mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally prepared. All right? And so we do that by disciplining ourselves now. Dream and I go to the gym, right? At least 3 or 4 days out of the week, we hit the gym. It'd be some days that we definitely don't feel like going. We went to the gym yesterday while fasting. We have to do it, okay? There's sometimes you're not going to want to meditate. There's sometimes you're going to want to just be lazy. Spirit is telling me to tell you right now, get out of that laziness. Get out of still doing the same dull routines over and over and over again. If your routine is not lending you results, you need to switch up your routine. What are you doing in the morning when you wake up? What are you doing at night before you go to bed? Okay? That's the energy right now. I'm just putting it out there to you, family. Hell, I'm doing it. I'm living it. Hitting that gym. Meditating. All right? Oh, I love that. Don't take the same route twice. Don't, because you get sedentary. You get into that rote way of thinking, way of being. You just do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Okay? So it's definitely time for us to, right now, discipline our minds, discipline our bodies, and discipline our spirits. Okay? And there are physical things that we do to get alignment with that. Meditate, fast, do something physical. Okay? Be physical. Take physical action. All right? Live well. Live holistically. Live from a place of love. If you're having some low vibrational thoughts that are not in alignment with where you got to go, Spirit is saying right now it's time to release it. Right? It's time to release it. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Right? When we fast, when we meditate, when we visualize, we are reprogramming our mind. We're creating new pathways. Shout out to the Rogue Titan. Rogue Titan has a lot of videos on how to use your mental magic. Shout out to the Rogue Titan. Shout out to Minister Jew. Shout out to Jewel Pokrum. These are all different people that we can tap into to get a better understanding of how to rewire our brains to have higher vibrational thoughts, to have thoughts that are in alignment with what we want to manifest. But the power is ours. We are already in position to win. So I'm just telling you to stay ready. Stay prepared. Shit. Listen, things have been coming up, right? Things be coming up. Things be coming up. You know? You know, it may be something that somebody said that may trigger you to be like, you know, it may be an ache and pain you may feel in your body to where you got to really think and assess about what's going on. Okay? But whatever it is, hell, these vaccinations that they talking about, right? Y'all been hearing the conversation, these mandatory vaccinations they've been talking about. How are you prepared to deal with that? You know? If your back is up against the wall and they say, okay, you got to get this vaccination or else, what are you going to do about that? You know? Right now, I'm going to tell you for sure what I have. I done already ordered some Tuja leaf, right? And I'm not saying that I'm going to succumb to a vaccination, but I'm prepared. Okay? Tuja leaf is a plant that basically pulls out foreign entities in the body. Okay? If anybody's ever having adverse side effects from a vaccination, you take some Tuja leaf and you're going to be back right. Dr. Lionel Bay talks about this. Layla Africa talks about this. Master Herbalist all over YouTube talks about this. So guess what? We got some in our cabinet up there, right? Always, always, always be prepared. Gotta stay ready as much as you possibly can in mind, body, and spirit. In mind, body, and spirit. And that's what this Saturn and Jupiter conjunction is giving us right now. It's giving us an opportunity to really discipline ourselves across the board, okay? Really discipline ourselves across the board so that we can expand, right? Expansion is also going to higher dimensions, right? It's getting close to that time, y'all. It's getting close to that time to where it's up in the air, okay? If we even reflect on what's that brother we had came on, Mook, and all of y'all should know it too, came on Sunday service, one of the first Sunday services. The flat earth guy. What was that flat earth guy that came on Sunday service, y'all? That talked about the positives, the negatives, and the neutrals. Martin Kinney. Thank you. Thank y'all. It's getting close to that time where Martin Kinney was discussing that there's going to be such a massive shift in this space and time right now that a lot of us are going to be going up to higher dimensions. A lot of people are going to be staying in this plane, and other people may be going into lower dimensions, right? So how are you preparing for that shift? Where do you want to be, right? Are you rising up into the 5D, 4D, whatever? All of this stuff takes place here. Your mental magic, your mental powers. And then whatever we do with our physical bodies is just to align with what we know from here and here. All right? So get disciplined, family. Get busy, as Brother Yosef would say. Get busy. Get busy. But again, only do what resonates with you, what your soul, what your spirit is actually calling towards you. Don't start getting into the Goetia because you want to have demonic forces on your side if that ain't called out to you. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Do what is called to you. Do what calls out to you. Do what resonates with you. And you know what resonates with you because it touches you in your heart. You literally can feel it physically when something is for you. Okay? When something is for you, your heart opens, your heart pulls, and you feel it. if what I'm communicating or if what anybody else is communicating, if it doesn't open your heart and expand your heart, it is not for you. Do we understand? Sound like I'm talking to my kids. Do we understand? At that point, my kids will say, yes, ma'am. Because they know when I say, do you understand? They know I'm serious, right? I'm serious when I say that. All right? Everything that you need, family, you already have. Trust that. Trust yourself. I love you immensely. I'm about to get into my rituals and take care of myself and do what I need to do for me. You know, tap into my power. I will catch you all later. We will be back Sunday service. Who do we got for Sunday service? This Sunday service, we have Kevin Berenger. He's the real Naga. He talks about the Phoenix rising, that energy. So make sure y'all tap in with us. Make sure y'all tap in with us for Sunday service. Stay on the lookout. Me and Mook gonna do a live together on Mook's platform. And we love you. We appreciate you. Join us on Patreon. Patreon.com/lovelifelife.com. And we'll catch you guys later. Peace.